Imagine if a close family member had recently passed away or you failed a test. These events would conjure up many emotions: anger, fear, sadness, loneliness, or stress. Now imagine if a friend or a family member that you cared about and trusted asked you what was wrong. You tell them all of your latest problems and they listen to you until you're completely done, and when you finish opening up to them, you feel like a massive weight has been lifted off your shoulders. You feel relaxed even. But what has changed? Your family is still grieving and you still failed that test. Those emotions that you felt are still there, but you feel like the problem is manageable and that someone is there to help you and that somebody knows your situation. All you did to help this problem feel less stressful and more manageable was talk. Talking is one of the earliest communications we learn. From 6 to 9 months, babies start learning to babble, which is the first evidence of trying to communicate verbally. And then 2 to 1.5 years later, people are forming complete sentences. We often use talking as a coping mechanism when our problems seem too large and hard to manage on our own. Talking actually helps release stress and releases hormones that reduce stress in people's brains. And talking can help improve relationships and create stronger bonds. So, all in all, talking is the way that people make their problems seem better, make their problems seem easier to manage. Talking is the best way to reduce stress and improve relationships. When we have problems, we talk about them. Talking about our problems and verbalizing our negative feelings to friends or family members has been a source of relief for centuries. In different forms of psychotherapy, from psychoanalysis to existential and cognitive behavioral approaches, the vital component of the bond between a trust of a client and a therapist that supports this client's self-disclosure and the process of sharing their problems and emotional pain is talking. And this is evident in even regular relationships, like with people and their partners, people and friends, children and their parents, teachers and students. Studies have shown that simply talking about our problems and sharing our negative emotions with someone that we trust profoundly will help these problems seem more manageable and reduce stress. When we talk about our problems, adrenaline is lowered and things like dopamine are increased. So when we talk about our problems, we feel less stressed, we feel like we're less threatened by our problems. Good communication is the important part of all relationships and is essential in any relationship, whether this be people, partners, or even friendships, or with parents and children. All relationships have ups and downs, but a healthy communication style makes it easier to deal with conflict and builds a stronger and healthier partnership. When we say everything that we think, and when we talk about our problems black and white to the people that we care about, this not only helps us get our problems out and helps us reduce our stress, but also shows to the person that we're talking to that we trust them and that we care about them. This form of communication will always form a stronger bond with people because they know that they are a trusted person in this relationship, and they will more likely trust you if you are trusting them. Communication plays a vital role in reducing misunderstandings and eventually strengthens the bond among individuals. A relationship loses its charm if individuals do not express or reciprocate their feelings through various models of communication. A healthy interaction is essential for a healthy relationship. Talking about our problems is essential when we want to have a stronger bond with somebody. Relationships often diminish because we don't talk to each other. We'll stop communicating with each other, and we think that, we'll just reach out to each other, but more often than not, we don't reach out when, we don't reach out because people stop talking and the communication stops. But if you want a relationship to keep going, there constantly has to be that communication to be talking. A poll through 100 mental health professionals that analyze relationships and marriages and such found that the most common factor in divorce is a lack of communication. 65% of divorces happen with a lack of communication, and 43% of divorces happen because of couples' inability to resolve conflict. So, these divorces have been happening because we don't talk to each other. Nobody will just black and white express their feelings and just get all of their feelings and emotions out there. And we often think that that saying things to other people that even could be against them, could be just problems that we have with people, is bad. But when we express our emotions towards other people and how we are feeling about the other person, whether it be negative or positive, that person will know, and then that relationship will either strengthen or will strengthen because they know how to either improve what they're doing or just will fix a problem that we have, instead of just letting it go on and making the problem grow. The problem has been addressed and we know what to fix from there. So, in conclusion, talking has many benefits, not only to our own mental health, but to our relationships with others as well. We often downplay talking because of the other vast types of communication, texting, intimacy, etc. However, the best way to get our ideas across and our problems out is to just talk about them. Thank you.